Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I want you to check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of my merch, y'all. I've added some new things like my mermaid cups and the mermaid tees, and also the Shake Them Tits mugs. All right, you asked for it and you got it. Check out Bondy's merch at Bondy's Boutique. Hey everybody, what's up? Okay, your love is a 1 in a million. But this is actually, we need a resolution. We have so much confusion. Baby, let me know. You let me know. Okay, y'all remember? Y'all remember? Girl, holla. You give me bits and pieces. You trying to play me when I don't even know the reason? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all don't know about that Aaliyah. Is it just me? Or is Aaliyah's last album not on any streaming platform? I thank the Lord that I kept all my albums. Okay, I burned shit from CD to computer, from computer to computer to iPod to iPod to iPod to computer. Okay, so you know, bitch got her music on this thing here. I ain't so glad because I can't find that shit nowhere. And then nowadays streaming services like to take certain songs off. I ain't got time for y'all with this shit, changing the fucking list of the songs and changing the track list. Bitch, got my face. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. In my life, Jesus, in my life. Okay, look. Let's go ahead and get into Black Ink Crew. All right, so Caesar in the shop. Everybody's catching up and shit. Tati's fighting, talking about that's for Teddy. I'm like, how old are you motherfuckers? Never mind, child. I don't have time. C says that he was supposed to meet up with Alex, but Donna, old duck ass, showed up in his place. And he still doesn't believe anything that Alex and Donna are saying about him injuring Alex's back. Okay, so he's hired a PI to investigate and bring these lies to the surface. But there are no lies, and we know that because we've been watching Alex go to the hospital and move into Dinah's apartment and feel like less of a man because he can't pick his child up or support him and his woman. Like, there's a whole bunch of things the son has been going through that C's knows absolutely nothing about. But he's still on here talking that dumb shit. I'm like, he gonna change his mind. I seen the previews. So then we get a little pipe up from Crystal. Bitch got a storyline apparently. She's not just gonna be on the show for eye candy and, you know, titties and ass and shit. Apparently, her half-sister hit her up online. She ain't never knew about the girl, 20 years old. She 26, okay? Her papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home until he went to jail. All right, now she said he was in her life until she was 5 years old. I feel like, bitch, that is not that long, but okay. I mean, because she was like, I grew up with him. He left when I was 5. Bitch, what? You didn't grow up with him then if you were 5. Growing up means I got to like teenage years, okay, or at least middle school. Damn sure not no 5, bitch. Like, no, that's not even, we all the way in school yet. That's pre-K. Like, I was like, no, but okay, I understand how you feel. I remember my grandfather vividly, and he died when I was 6 years old. So I understand, but I would never say I was raised with him. That would be the wordage. But I understand, sis. I understand. Either way, she's thinking about meeting up with the girl. The girl tagged her in a post, which was a picture of their dad saying daddy. And it's like, daddy or zaddy? Like, what is this about? You know what I'm saying? But she talked to her. And then she got to do a tattoo. All right. Bae comes in and tells them that her mom is going back to Korea. They acting like they ain't know that you can only be here for 90 days on a temporary visa or whatever. Or when not a visa, but when you come to visit, I think you have to get a visa to come and visit. Ain't that some shit? Okay, all we need is a fucking passport to go everywhere else. But to come over here, goddamn it, you got to go through a strenuous process. That's some shit, ain't it? Anyway, they decide they're gonna throw a party and shake them tits for Mama Bae on her way back to Korea. All right. So a white girl from New Orleans comes in, and that's only because I didn't catch her name, and they were very excited that a white person had come into Black Ink Crew to get a tattoo, okay? Now she goes in the back and she want to get a jasmine flower. And let me tell y'all something. If there's anything that keeps me in this old fucked up ass 1950s example of a state, I will have to say that some of the natural resources, and one of those things that I love the most is the smell of jasmine. There are jasmine trees, bushes all over the place in New Orleans, okay? All outside of New Orleans. And sometimes, okay, there's a bush, and when the wind blows, you can smell it, and it's the most sweet, fragrant smell. When we lived in Gentilly, we used to ride bikes and pass by him all the time. When we lived in Harahan, his mom had one in her front yard. Like, it just, I love it. So when she got that tattoo, I was like, yes girl, that is like home. Okay, when I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. Okay, and the smell of jasmine. So yeah, I was here for that, New Orleans girl. I was here for that. So y'all, Alex is moving into Donna's apartment because they can no longer afford to live separately. This is not the way Alex wanted things to happen. Donna is doing all of the heavy lifting and he feels bad about it. I'm like, bitch, she can handle it. You'll be all right, okay? Do you see that her legs? She can lift. Donna is a stallion of a woman, and I believe she can handle the boxes, just like she was able to halfway help you beat up 2 niggas. Like, okay, nigga, okay, I almost fell on top of that nigga. He'd have been crushed for life, okay? Anyway, he's not happy about it, and she's just happy that they're living together. She just wants him to know that she loves him, and she is trying to make this work, and I just want Alex to be worthy of what Donna is doing for him. Because at the end of the day, she didn't have to stick around. She did not have to have him move in with her. She didn't have to get a job at Puma's so she could pay both their bills and shit. You know, it's a lot right now. And she's being very supportive and very mature for the most part in the way she's handling this situation within her relationship. And y'all, let me tell y'all, I had an inkling that Alex and Donna was going to work out, because they both were so ignorantly fucked up that it could only be right or way too wrong. And it's turned out to be way right, and I'm happy for them, because I think Donna was just looking to love somebody who wasn't gonna try to knock her teeth out. And I think that's reasonable, and I'm happy for the both of them. Okay, moving on. Sky goes over to C's house, and I guess C's then just got the paperwork or the phone call or the text message or whatever from the PI that let him know that Alex is not faking the funk. Alex actually does have an injury, and he feels like shit. He can't believe how wrong he was. He is ashamed of himself, and I'm like, nigga, you should be. You should be. You should be ashamed of yourself. You was wrong. And then Kit and Bay told you you was wrong, and you refused to listen. Donna told you. Donna let you know. Okay? You just could ask one of the producers. For all we know, is Alex really fucked up? Y'all been over there taping with the nigga? Y'all play too much. Get out of my face. Okay? He's ashamed of himself. All right, fine. I'll take that. Crystal calls Tati a clown. I thought that was hilarious. Said, oh, you know, they having a party. And she was like, oh, you know, we should get a clown. And Crystal was like, child, we don't need a clown with you walking around in that wig. And everybody bust out laughing. I mean, everybody. But Tati, okay? And Kit laughed too, and Tati seemed to be upset and, you know, feeling some type of way. And, you know, Tati's really bothered by the fact that Crystal and Toki have kind of linked up, and now they, you know, giggle and say little funny shit and make fun of Tati. And I feel like that's only befitting, bitch. You acting crazy. You and this nigga not together no more. This girl did not take this man from you. I have told you millions of times over the years that Teddy love the bitches and the bitches love Teddy. Teddy love the bitches and the bitches love Teddy. Okay? That's how it go, ho. Okay? Like, I don't understand why she's upset at Crystal. Like, Crystal hasn't even done anything. Everything that has taken place has been Teddy being an asshole to make you feel bad. And instead of you recognizing that as a grown-ass woman, of which you claim to be, you decide to get upset with the girl that you hired and call her all types of names and shit, and then get mad when people be on the side because you're wrong. You're wrong, bitch. You're wrong. Okay? You're wrong, brother. You're wrong. All right? So they go in the back, Kit and Tati. And Kit is like, I'm glad that Mama Bay is leaving because we don't have the budget to pay 2 receptionists. And you know the only reason she over here working for us is because she done charged up all of Bay's credit cards. Now look, apparently Tati heard something salacious in that comment. I didn't. All I heard was the truth. That is exactly why she brought her mama to go work by them. Because her mama had spent like, what, $8,000 or $6,000 or some shit like that on her credit card. And she did it more than once. When they went to the casino, she might have won all that money for woe. But she got all of that with $500 Bay's money, I think, or some shit like that. Either way, nothing about what Kit said was disrespectful. It was the truth, okay? And Bay has said the shit for herself that her mama then spent up all the money on her credit card. So if you don't want somebody else to say that, why the hell would you put that on the show? Okay, I don't have time for this bullshit. But Tati heard something that was fucked up and felt like, you know, Kit was you know, being fucked up in some type of way. I'm like, child, you just want to have drama because you mad. Misery loves company, and right now you's a miserable bitch. Okay, so Sky comes in and invites Ted to her grand opening at, you know, her little secret or whatever shop that she got down there in Miami. And apparently the first one was the cold opening. This wasn't the grand opening. It was the soft opening, child, whatever. Okay, look, the shit wasn't ready. She opened it anyway. People been shopping there, and now we having a big grand opening. I'm like, girl, all right. All right, I guess that's what we doing. Then Sky tells them that everyone gets 3 mental health days a month to deal with their issues, and also to let them know that Alex was not lying, and C's is now, you know, dealing with the fact that he done fucked up Alex back. And it was so funny. Walt was like, so they really fucked up his back? Like yeah, like, oh man. Like everybody felt all fucked up at once. I thought it was hilarious. You should feel fucked up. You should feel fucked up. Because nobody corrected this nigga. Nobody said anything. Y'all just sat there. Y'all just sat there. Y'all despicable. Anyway, so Tati says that she needs a day definitely to deal with all of the stress of this job. She got her ex-asshole sitting over there, and then she got his home wrecker over here. And I'm just like, that girl is not a fucking home wrecker. Please stop with this narrative. Okay, please stop. I know that the girl, you know, got her titties out all of the time and everything and all of that, but I mean, so what? The fuck that mean? What the hell that got to do with anything? Okay, you knew what she looked like when you hired her, and now you're gonna bring her around your man, and your man act like the hoe that he is, and all of a sudden she's a hoe. No, goddammit. Okay, no. You should blame your damn self and get over it. That girl don't want him. Sky says, I didn't know the situation amongst these, you know, these women up in here was this bad. Obviously, we need to go ahead and have like a team building exercise, do some shit, let off some steam. Crystal and Toki are ignoring the shit out of Tati, and I have an appreciation for that. Mama Bay comes in, you know, it's time for the party, and we smashing cake in each other's faces. We seen Sky's areolas, they did not blur that hard enough. There's some strippers coming for Mama Bay, and she's enjoying it, but Bay is like, this is too much, let me get my mama out of here before y'all give her STD, Jesus. I just was like, oh, Mama Bay is so excited about the ass popping in her face. I cannot. Sky has her grand opening, okay, and she was very nervous about it. She didn't know how many people were gonna be out there, but it turned out to be a great grand opening. Her mom was there, Allison is there, y'all. RIP to Allison's son. Allison had a son that had been dealing with health issues, I believe for all his life, it seemed like, you know, at least in the recent years. And I'm not sure exactly what his, you know, affliction was, but I just, when the story came out that he passed away, I went on her Instagram because I don't follow her. And I saw all of the pictures and everything of her son in wheelchairs and stuff like that. So I just want to, you know, send my prayers and my good energy over there to Allison, because I can't imagine how hard that must be to lose a child, especially when you've been fighting so hard for him to keep his life. So she was there, Dez was there, Safari was there to support, then Charmaine and Meek showed up, and apparently Charmaine and Sky had a little beef because Sky felt like Charmaine said some disrespectful shit when she did that Valentine's Day special, and she was in a tub with her little titties out talking about how Sky, you know, got bad taste in weed and in men. And I'm like, maybe not in weed, but definitely in men. But that's all right though. That's all right though. All right, Charmaine, the only reason you good with men is because you had good examples of what men should be. Okay, you had a family, you had a nice house in Slidell, okay, backyard and shit. Sky only had these concrete jungle streets out here. Okay, mama got mental health issues in and out of her life. All right, that's why she didn't know what man to pick, bitch. Okay, but you know, that doesn't change the fact that she does have bad taste in men. I mean, bitch, you've said worse shit about other people, so I wouldn't be that hurt about it. I mean, yeah. Realizations on life, bitch. Okay, you've been single for a minute, so maybe you're trying to change that about yourself. Either way, y'all, have y'all thought about how Sky keeps whoever she fucking on the low? Like, damn, bitch, you show us just enough, don't you? You show us just enough. But Charmaine is there to support. She don't want no beef. Sky said shit about, you know, Charmaine, but Charmaine came about to bust out the dress she was in. I was like, bitch, them titties are about to bust out. You should have just had on a really nice bra, and or maybe, you know, so like a undergarment, and had that shit open a little bit, because them titties was busting out that dress. Child, I could not. Shout out to Jocelyn. But they end up rubbing titties and twerking on one another, and it's all good. Then season Teddy come and Sky does the big speech, and it's all wonderful. We've all enjoyed ourselves. Everybody's proud. We happy for her. Okay? Now Crystal meets with her sister, and they vibe automatically. They automatically seem to like each other, and they just basically compare notes. Lil sis Kiamara, I think that's her name. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but I'm just gonna call her Lil sis. Lil sis is known about Crystal since she was about 13 years old when her mom told her. She's never met the father, even though Crystal has. Crystal says that he was in her life until she was 5. Like I told y'all, he went to jail, got out, and he's never talked to her about her other siblings. She already thought she only had, I think, 2 sisters, I believe. But she's hurt. She's really hurt by it because she feels like she missed a lot of time with the girl. Both very beautiful girls, and seem to, you know, gonna try to have a relationship with one another. Sometimes that's all you get out these piss poor men that have children all over the place, is a sibling and somebody that you can, you know, look at and see yourself, and vice versa, and just, you know, find love with your siblingship. Okay, like that's really all you can hope for sometimes when these niggas be out here having sex with everybody, impregnating everybody, and then never staying around to blend the families. Okay, niggas ain't blended. Niggas ain't blended. But you know, they're cute. They hug each other. Crystal cries, she cries. It's beautiful. All right, so Sky is basking in the success of her grand opening, and she calls Ted and tells him that he needs to pick up the slack with Black Ink in New York and getting them to the team building exercise. When C's comes over, he's dragging his feet, he's all annoyed and shit. She tells him that she's going to do a promo tour in LA for her boutique, and he then explains about how he's really feeling bad about this situation with Alex. And she says, you know what, you need a vacation. You need to really, like, you know, go on a walk and smoke some legal weed and do some yoga and just work on yourself and recharge, replenish. That is which Caesar Emmanuel. And he decides that that is a good idea. That's what he should do. So, you know, they gonna go to LA, she gonna work, and he gonna go ahead and fix himself. Now, she did clock him. She said that he has a habit of doing this with people. He fired Donna, you know, then he fired Alex, and then, you know, just think about the way you done handled old shit. You know you miss Puma sometimes. And y'all, we all miss Puma. Like the show Mrs. Puma. Let's just go ahead and be real about that. Puma added like a goofiness that I believe was not contrived in the way that some of their scenes can be contrived now. Like, it be goofy and shit, but sometimes you just be like, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. But when it was when it was Puma, you'd be in that motherfucker dying laughing. Like, I'm sorry, I still think it's hilarious when he dropped that piece of chicken on the floor. I still think that's the most hilarious slow-mo I've ever seen. Y'all got a mosquito bite and I keep scratching it with the arm of my chair. I'm just weird, I'm sorry. So y'all, Donna and Alex, okay. So Donna decides to help her man get out of his rut and take him to like a little pottery painting class, trying to get her little ghost romantical shit on. What she did not think about was how low the chairs were that they had to sit in. And he was really bothered and upset because it was just a reminder of what he can't do. And they go outside and she's running behind him. I'm not gonna keep running behind you, Alex. Okay, and he explains how this is all her fault, basically, okay? If he would have never came and worked at Black Ink, none of this would have never happened. He didn't want to go to Bay's wedding, and she made him go. He did not want to go. He knew some shit was going to pop off. She was the one acting like everything was going to be cool, and look what happened, okay? So he blamed her, and she's astonished at the shit. Now, I personally feel like this is just what y'all going to have to go through for a minute because he's dealing with the fact that he's lost, like, his livelihood, and I think that's a lot to deal with emotionally and mentally. You know, fuck financially. At the end of the day, like, think about the mental shit of having something that you like doing and now you can't do it because somebody done fucked up your back over some bullshit with your old lady. And I think eventually it was gonna get to this place, but I know that they'll get past this. They'll get past this. I know they will. He's just having a hard time right now, and Donna is gonna have to understand that. So Bay rides with her mom to the airport, and it's a lot of tears and boo-hoos and shit because, you know, she done spent all her daughter money. She was like, all of the purses and all of the clothes that you buy for me, I just feel bad because I couldn't do that for you when you was a child. And so they're crying about what Bay's childhood was like and how hard it was, the abusive daddy, moving around, living in poverty, living out of, you know, shipping containers and shit like that. It was a tough, tough life for them. And now Mama Bay is just feeling like she couldn't do for her daughter what her daughter has been able to do for her. And that must be, you know, a catch-22. Like in one minute you feel proud, but in the next you feel sad that you could not give your child more. But it was sad, and Mama Bay gonna go back, but I'm sure she'll be back. You know, you got to go back home and be home for a little while. I think like 3 months got to go by, and then you can, you know, or 6 months, and then you can come back. I think it might be 6 months. Either way, it was a teary goodbye. So everyone decides to go to laser tag. That is the team building exercise. And Sky left instruction for everybody with contention, for everybody with issues, to play on opposite teams. And before we could even play the fucking game, we have to get into the drama. Ted is like, he thinks that Crystal's team is going to win. And Tati is like, yeah, you probably feel like that because they got more women over there. And he was like, no, I feel that way because you are over here. And then everybody's laughing and shit. And she, you know, is left feeling like a fool once again by this nigga. And then she says, well, I'm surprised you ain't over there sitting next to your new bitch. And Crystal was like, bitch, look, I don't wrap my life around a nigga, so I don't understand anything that's going on over there. Like, my life don't revolve around men, so I don't understand nothing she got going on over there in her spirit. So then Tati decides to go off and say how she just don't like Crystal, and how Toki is fake and Kit is phony, and or vice versa, whatever. And Kit is like, what are you talking about? She like, tell her, babe. I'm like, Tati, you messy bitch, okay? You messy, stiff wig wearing bitch. I don't understand how bitches with white people hair, you know, I mean, bitch, you white. I don't understand how white bitches, you know, wear stiff wigs. I don't understand that. That don't even make sense to me. But you know what, we just go ahead and go back to the storyline. She just told everybody how she felt about them, and then turned to Bae and told Bae to tell Kit how she feel about her, right? And Bae starts to talk about how she heard that Kit said some shit about her mom and about her son. And we like, bitch, when did that happen? And Kit is like, when did that happen? You need to explain yourself. What are you talking about? That turns into an argument because Bae automatically believed what Tati said. And I'm like, bitch, you've had a relationship with Kit longer than you've had a relationship with Tati. So why not have a conversation about what was actually said with Kit before you take Tati's word for it? Like, I just didn't understand that. But I also felt like Kit was coming at her the wrong way. It should have been calmer than that. But Kit, I guess, was upset because she thought that she and Bae were friends, and she don't understand why, you know, anything she said would be misconstrued as her talking about her mom. She wasn't talking about her mom. Tati only told half the truth. All she said was, I'm glad she's leaving because we can't afford to keep paying her. That's all she said. She didn't say nothing bad about Mama Bae or saying that Bae can't take care of her responsibilities, and you know, she got the shop paying Mama Bae to babysit her child. Like, that ain't none of what the girl said. The girl said the reason why Mama Bae was working at the shop is because she spent all up the money on Bae's credit cards, which is exactly what Bae said earlier in the season when she brought her mama to the shop. Let's not act like that was a lie. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Tati other than a miserable bitch loves company. But it's annoying me because now Kit and Bae, who are friends, are fighting with one another about a lie. She didn't say anything bad about her child. She didn't say anything bad about Mama Bae. Just that we can't afford to keep paying her. Which then makes me think that this is also awesome bullshit, because y'all know this shop is only, you know, open for the reality show. So, alright. I ain't got time to, you know, go down a rabbit hole on this shit. I'ma just keep it at face value. Tati, take your miserable ass on somewhere. Move on like Maya, bitch. You and Teddy over. Go find you some new dick or some vagina or whatever you like to do for the moment, bitch. But go do something else with your time besides making fights and arguments between other people, because that's fucking messy. And like I said, that's some miserable bitch shit. And I don't appreciate it. Take a walk. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I'll see you guys in the next one.